Hi, everyone. Roger Connect, President, Universal Accounting Center. I'm happy to have with us the instructor of the Virtual Bookkeepers Roadmap, Veronica Wasek, and she is also the founder of her CPA firm, which a lot of these principles are actually coming from. And Veronica, I just wanted to take a moment and really speak to you about the program itself that you've designed and what it is someone can expect as they enroll in and go through your course.
Absolutely, and thank you, Roger, first for giving me the opportunity. But I am very excited to talk about the Virtual Bookkeepers Roadmap because of just the success that our students have had so far. But I did want to talk to you about what is in the program and what students can expect. So I'll just go ahead and dive right in. So basically, this is an online course. I teach the course. It's divided into sections, and it includes video instruction as well as PDF materials, handouts that you can use to do some of the exercises that I have you go through. There are checklists, there are forms, there are scripts, pretty much everything that I use in my own firm to standardize our services, to systematize what we do, you will find in this course.
Perfect. Now, one thing I do want to emphasize here is what you're doing is you're really taking your best practices and you're helping these people see what it is you're doing. You're kind of pulling back the curtain and letting them see how you're running or managing your practice.
Exactly, because it has taken me years to get to this point. I didn't have the benefit when I started of Facebook groups, of being around people who were further along than I was. I have been pretty much riding the technology wave since about 2014. And so I have been at the forefront of everything that has happened, that has come now to fruition in what we see as far as the content that's out there, the communities that are out there. I didn't have any of that when I started. So it took me years to figure this out, to perfect what I do, as well as a very significant financial investment to be able to develop my systems and processes the way that I have.
Well, one of the things that I think is important here to realize is a lot of people get to that point in their business that they're interested in really stepping outside of what it is they've been able to achieve so far, simply because of the fact that you've basically taken all these softwares, all these applications, and really help them see what it is they can be doing without having to kind of reinvent the wheel, in other words.
Exactly, yes, because I've had to go through all of the different apps, figure what works, figure out what doesn't work. There are many apps that look very promising, but then when we look at implementing, then it's not as practical as we thought it would work. And in fact, I've simplified a lot of things because there's just so much information, so many apps, so many ways in which you can do something. And like you said, they are best practices as well as tried and true. I have figured out what worked and what didn't, and I share that with my students as well in the course to let them know that, yes, we tried these things, it didn't work so well, we tried these other things, these things worked for us. So like you said, I'm pulling back the curtain, letting people into what it's really like to run a successful business.
Perfect. Now, here at Universal Accounting, one of the things that we really try to emphasize is proper instruction. As a post-secondary school, our programs are designed to obviously meet a number of criteria. And what I like about your program is it does have the video component. It allows the student to really visually see and understand what it is that you're talking about. And for many people, that's key to their learning and understanding. The other is through the workbooks and the exercises, they get to see an application and really kind of dive into the actual use of what it is you're talking about. But you also have a great community of peers that you give them access to. As you said, you're their coach and mentor in the implementation of all these things, literally to help them build this virtual bookkeeping and accounting service. So one of the things that I'd like to just kind of highlight here is what can they expect as to the support they'll receive when enrolled in your program?
That's a great question. And that is something that I'm very aware of, the fact that you can't just buy a program, and definitely when you're investing in your education, that, yes, of course, you can go through all the materials, all of the training, but you'll have questions. And you also want to be around a community of people who are doing what you're doing. And for that reason, I set up a private student group in which I interact with the students. So I am interacting in the group with students on a daily basis. If they post a question in the group, I will answer it. And then students can interact with each other. I also have a monthly Q&A session so that we can answer questions and have more people together in a group asking questions, and then I answer their questions. So they definitely get support as needed on a day-to-day basis, as well as our monthly Q&A.
Perfect. Now, who would be a perfect or prime candidate for this program? Who do you feel really succeeds as they enroll and go through and implement these things that you're offering?
Number one, you need to already know accounting and bookkeeping. This program is not going to teach you that. Once you have that foundation, then the program helps you to work smart, to systematize your business, but it is someone who has experience in accounting and bookkeeping. We do have some people who are fairly new, but again, it's not teaching you how to do bookkeeping. And you need to be committed to go through the materials to really take advantage of the content that's there, as well as the investment that you have made.
Very well said. One of the things that I think is key to understanding whether or not this is the right program for you is with Universal Accounting, we emphasize this principle of mapping your business, and it's focusing on marketing, accounting, the services you're offering, and production. And who I think this is perfect for is that individual that has those clients and they're looking for a way to streamline or be more efficient in the workflow so as to ensure that they're being effective and profitable in the services that they're providing. And so as you're actually growing your business and taking on new clients and finding that time's becoming more and more scarce, it's not a question of whether or not you're doing the right work. It's whether or not you're being efficient at it. And by being efficient, following these practices to actually make sure that you're following a system that you can then duplicate as you grow and hire new employees, you're ensuring that you actually have a process in your company that is allowing you to then build your company to that size and scale that you want. Now, obviously, you can be that solo entrepreneur that's running a very successful accounting bookkeeping firm, and in doing so have these as principles you're using to ensure that you're still taking your weeknights off with your family, weekends off with your family and hobbies, and more importantly taking that vacation or holiday that you deserve rather than being consumed by the work. This program is specifically designed to make sure that you're using those best practices to ensure that you're actually being effective with your time, having standard operating procedures that you can rely upon to know you're going to be profitable.
Exactly. What I see most of the time when we look at accounting professionals who don't have a system and a process and an efficient way of doing things is that they just work. They're super busy, and they get to a point that they have clients, but they don't have the time to add other employees, to train them properly. And if they're able to add employees, maybe those employees don't stay around because they just don't know what to do, or so it's just there's this revolving door, and you just get stuck in this situation where you just can't hire people because you're too busy. So what this program does is that, as you said, it gives you that foundation and that structure to be able to set up efficient systems and processes so that you can get your time back, so that you can hire people, hire team members. That's one of the things that I teach is you have to become a leader in your business, and you hire people who are now your team members. So you're not just all working, because that mentality and attitude is not going to get you to the next level. And I teach the things that I know, and I know that I started my business by myself. I now have 4 employees, and I spend about 20% of my time on client work. The rest, I do things like courses and programs, and I'm able to give back to our profession. I do the marketing in my business because I love doing that. So I get to do the things that I enjoy, and I get to go on trips every once in a while. And so I have a very happy, life, and I love my lifestyle of being able to help clients to really invest time into and actually invest the knowledge that I have gained and really transfer it to my team members, as well as sharing content and sharing these programs with other professionals.
Very well said. I think a lot of people aspire to have what it is you've done. And so to have you be that mentor and share with them the process, the system to achieve that, I think is powerful. Here at Universal Accounting Center, we're very excited about the opportunity to work with Veronica to offer this program and give you the opportunity as individuals to really implement these strategies within your own company and organization, and really have the peace of mind of knowing that you're running a very profitable accounting firm. So with that in mind, I invite you to, down below in the descriptions, obviously ask for the information that is available regarding this program. Reach out to us here at Universal and see what it is we can do to answer your questions and help you take this next step forward in your business. Veronica, is there anything more you'd like to add as we wrap up?
I'm just very excited to be able to bring this content to your students, and to be able to share with them and see what kind of difference it'll make in their lives.
Perfect. Just remember this, here at Universal, we specifically say it's allowing you to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And the reason for that is because accounting success is universal. Take care, have a great day, and enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye.